With Sigma, the way you do this is you can help your team by denying a longer sight line or denying off angles. So in other words, if I'm playing Sigma on Hollywood and I'm going all the way up to here, okay, we win the resource trade here. I make sure that this Hanzo can't stay high ground. How do I do that? I shoot them. I shoot them a lot. And if I shoot them, he leaves the high ground and then we're able to take space as a result. Not only does that allow my team by helping my team, but it's also a selfish thing because the thing with off tank a lot of the time is, yes, you can shoot the enemy tank, but if you really want kills, you're often end up shooting the off angle. Sigma is the more ranged option. So if you're picking Sigma, you're picking it either because you're a Sigma OTP and you like Sigma, or you're picking it because the map has long sight lines / you're running into a lot of spam threats. Zarya doesn't have good range, doesn't have good ways of dealing with spam threats. D.Va does, but D.Va would do better if the sight lines are short. So D.Va actually would be pretty good in this map, whereas Sigma does better when the sight lines are long. So like right here, your shield allows your team to take space, so that's great, but your team didn't need shield that long, right? So you'd already walked through the choke, your Hanzo already taken angle, you don't need to waste your shield resource afterwards. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that shield 9 times out of 10, well, 8 times out of 10 is probably going to be used selfishly to allow you to take space. If you can take space as an off tank, you will indirectly push the enemy team into a position where they can no longer threaten your team. In other words, if you can walk forward as Sigma, then what will happen is you will start denying the angles in space that are actually threatening to your team. You don't directly need to shield your team. You need to use the shield for you so you can hurt the enemy team, and by hurting the enemy team, they can no longer hurt your team. And again, I just don't like how much shield we're using for no particular space. Like, here you go. What does this shield really accomplish? Are you doing anything with this shield? Like, and by this I mean this shield right here. Really, what is this shielding? Here's the thing with Sigma shield, okay? Sigma shield, you have to keep in mind, you only have 700 shield. So if you're using shield to just block general spam, like this right here, right? Maybe a couple Genji shurikens, maybe some Sigma spam. Does that spam actually matter? Seriously, think about it. No, it doesn't. Because guess what? Those kills, that spam is not going to lead to any kills 99 times out of 100. So then the goal with shielding is to block serious amounts of damage, serious amounts of cooldowns, or to prevent you from dying. None of those things are going to happen right now. None. Not a single one. You don't even have a Hanzo peeking here looking to spam down here. The Hanzo's already back. So there's no reason for you to be shielding this. So what do? You shield to block a little bit of early spam. But remember, your shield is a lot easier to shoot than you are. So even though you're thinking, oh, this is blocking damage that might be put on me. Well, first off, you're a tank. You don't care about taking a little bit of spam damage. If you were, let me put it this way. If you sat here and you were 350 or 400 HP right now, it wouldn't matter. You get healed right back up to full almost instantly. Right? And then what does that mean you can do? Well, it means you have a full shield so that then you can walk through the choke, shield the actual cooldowns and real damage of the Hanzo. Your HP goes back to full, and then you drop shield and you start to manage your shield and your HP. But the reason why your shield is more important than, listen to me, chat, your shield is more important than your HP because you can heal your HP, you can't heal your shield. Now your shield does regenerate, but at a significantly slower rate. Significantly slower rate. So you taking damage now isn't the end of the world because they're not cooldowns, it's just general spam, and it's healable. The other thing you have to consider, like I said as well, is that your shield is easier to break than you are. So for example, if I walk through this choke, your shield took how much damage? It went from 700 to 170, so it took 530 damage. I promise you, if you were to walk from here to here, right? Do you think that you would take 530 damage for walking from here to here? No, because it'd miss all the shots. Your shield is fat, stupid, and easy. You are not. Well, maybe. So take damage, shield relevance, take damage, shield relevance. It's a lot like defense matrix, right? It's a lot like defense matrix in the same way, okay? So you're now actively taking space, but you had no shield. And now you're doing it again, right? But the problem is because you wasted so much shield earlier, you're already down to 320 shield. So, and not only that, but you're actually standing still. You're doing this for some random spam. That doesn't matter. You need to be taking space. Now, I'm not saying always push as Sigma, but versus this, there's no reason for you not to be. Push, walk forward to this corner. Spam, 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 spam. Charge shield, walk forward to this corner. Spam, spam, spam. And we go from there, right? Like right now, like legitimately right now, there is zero reason for you to use your shield for anything. Stop right now and think what you're doing. Think what you're doing. Look at your HP. Look at your HP. And tell me what's just about to happen right now.
What is it? What is it?
You're 900 HP! 900! 900! And you just blew another 250 HP in your shield that's still not full for what? Nothing. You have 900 HP. And then you have the audacity after this to shift again. Why? You're still 760 HP. This is like Scrooge level of miserly behavior. 900 or 760 apparently isn't enough for you. You have to use your cooldown for more. But the problem is do you think in the next 10 to 11, 12 seconds that you're going to wish that you had your shift? Probably. So don't use it now. You would like your shield. Why? Because you'd like to make sure that you have full shield to block a Sigma rock. You would like full shield just in case to block a Hanzo shot. You would like full shield to, I don't know, the Genji dashes backline. You shield off their Sigma and you isolate him from healing and you kill the Genji. I don't know. Shield is more multi-purpose. Again, do you notice what you're doing with your shield again? Again, why? Why are you shielding this? Why? Are you scared of Sigma spam, BAP spam? Plot twist, chat. You can't block everything. You have to selectively choose what you block with Sigma. If you try to block everything, you will block nothing of consequence, because by the time you actually want to take space, or the enemy team wants to take space on you, you will no longer have the shield that you desperately need to block the cooldowns and burst damage and finishing blows that actually matter in the game of Overwatch. Ow, that hurt my hand. I don't know why. But thank goodness for you that blocked the one volley of Sigma balls that we're probably not going to hit anything. Why are you shielding this? Are you shielding off the Hanzo that could one-shot your team? No, you're shielding nothing. What are you even shielding here? He's not even there anymore. Oh, like just your full HP, take some damage, then shield, and block the rock or block the Hanzo. Just please, you almost got rocked again. Early shift after rock, sure, now you have resource. Surely we'll use a resource now. Surely, no, we're gonna let her shield break again, doing nothing. Oh man, it's like, actually, what are you doing? I honestly think that a Mercy flanking with pistol would have created more space than you would have here. And done so more efficiently and quicker. Oh, this is checklist with Sigma. Control a sightline and create space by denying and or killing that sightline. Use your shield and your cooldowns to do that effectively. Okay? That's it. You create space by denying a sightline or an angle on the enemy team because you have extremely potent 1v1er and especially at range. So you are using your cooldowns randomly with no purpose towards controlling that sightline. You were just using them randomly. And then when you did get value out of the cooldowns, for example, like you got 930 HP, okay, so what does that mean? You've just you've added like what? I said double, but that's not true. You have added what, 80%? Right? Got like 80% more HP, 75, 80% more HP. And what did you do with it? Nothing. You didn't do anything. Sigma is not a good tank to peel with. He doesn't peel well. That's not what your job is. Your job is to shoot ranged threats or shoot squishies so that the dive threats don't have resources. Reinhardt. Okay, so I have to keep him at distance, spam control the sightline. Ah, kitty, my headphones. I can shift now because I'll get it back to create space when I need it. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Just take damage. I don't care. There's no damage here that's relevant. There's Symmetra. Or is that on our team? Okay, there's Sojourn. That's serious damage there, so I need to watch out. Wait for my shield. We take space. I'm playing my range using cover. There's the right click. There's the right click. Now I can take space. I should not have used rock there. I needed to save it in case they push me. There's the magnetic grenade I blocked. See, I still have not used a lot of my shield because I haven't needed to. Move from corner to corner. If they push me now, I'm okay. So you see how I'm not helping my team? Oh, I didn't block the magnetic grenade. This feels really bad. Ah, shoot, almost. So I'm using my shield as necessary to block cooldowns and or when I'm taking significant damage. And then I'm trying to save rock for either when I want to go aggressive or when the enemy team wants to go aggressive on me. Notice how I used rock the second time. The first time was a bad use of rock, but the second time I knew that Reinhardt was going to push me. But if I have rock, it's going to be really rough for him. All right, so we can walk. There's... I don't care about the shield. I ignore shields. This is why I need shield wall, right? I'm actually at risk of dying now, so that's why I need shield. I can use shift now because there's no reason not to. Easy.